Hey, we should be back. OBS had a freaking heart attack. Welcome back, chat. Advent tried to cut the lines. We're raiding too much of Advent today. And they couldn't handle the bad RNG, so they went to punch us in the face. Okay, welcome back, chat. Y'all come here often? Hopefully we do. Hopefully. But Advent can't hold us forever. Welcome back, chat. Yeah, the faceless swing was too much. It was too much. And we did shoot the hitman. I don't know what you guys missed from OBS getting pissed off. But the faceless missed. Terminal shot the hitman and got a min roll, of course. Stopped the overwatch. And I was just about to punch with Axiom, but then I was like, oh wait, OBS decided to die. So, we should be good now. All good. So, I guess we go punch the hitman. Sweet. No? Yes. Nice.
Stop wiggling. You're caught.
Stop wiggling indeed. But yeah, everything should be good now, right? Yes? Good. It still says slightly unstable. But it should be fine. It says green from my end. As long as it's good for you guys, that's all that matters. Yeah, should be good. We lost all our lurkers, though. Everyone went to bed and is going to miss a little bit. Does that mean they missed their stream streak? Oh, no. Don't tell me that. Hopefully it picked itself up. Let me double check my VODs. No! It's going to ruin streaks. And it was right before the end of the stream, too. Far out, man. Of course OBS had to screw everything up. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Welcome back, though, chat. Welcome back. Disorient is nice. We'll take it for the moment. Guess we just subdue him. Or, yeah, we have to subdue him.
Hostile is under arrest.
We were very sick? Oh dear. You finished XCOM last week too? Yes, we did. So XCOM last week is all done. And XCOM 1 starts tomorrow. So don't miss it. Big stream to start the XCOM 1 series tomorrow. Gotta get yourself on that name list. Okay, we need to flashbang you, buddy.
Throw a flash.
I shot.
48%. Or we can just walk in there and shoot him. Let's do that instead. But I hope you're feeling better, man. It broke the bingo card? It did break the bingo card. Fudge. OBS, why you do this to me? We were sitting on 2 or 3 bingos. Fudge. I have to remember now. Are you killing my civvy, you stupid dude? Why?
No ammo.
What are we sitting on? We're sitting on 1, 2, 3 bingos. But I don't think we're going to get the 4th one. Unfortunately. But 3 bingos is still really good. Thank God my civvy's not dead, though.
Subdue the targets.
Screw you, stupid paladin. Okay, encounter 1 of 2, which means we go for that second big push. You getting better? That's good to hear, man. That's a main door. Well, let's go and scream whilst we break through the door. What's a good question? Who do we take? I guess we put Verge at the bottom and bring him to the top.
Keep behind me.
That seems okay. The scream! Not this mission. Oh, hello. Beautiful crit. Beautiful unconscious. 6 damage is a good roll. Beautiful unconscious. That's a good start. We didn't miss. And there's 1 panicked. That's nice to see. And he shot his ally. That's an amazing panic. We already had that on the bingo, but I'm not saying no to
There's
another
our
one.
target. Evac as soon as you have it.
Evac as soon as we have it. Like... Evac right now? Sure. I can run away with Axiom. It's a run and gun mission. First you had a bad cold for a week, then you got better. Sometimes you got a severe issue with your Nova virus. Oh dear. Aim's hospital thing got this, but no, now I got a cold again. So about 2 weeks of sickness. That's rough, man. It's really your lowest there. It just really wants to hit you. That is unfortunate to hear. Okay, do we run completely with Axiom? I think we do. Let's do the team up with Verge so we can start leaving.
Who
Of course we
wants
psych ourselves up. I'm tempted to punch the Berserker, but I know it's a mistake. So let's go hide in the corner.
Make a hole.
Hostiles are aware.
Hostiles are aware. Oh no.
Crossing over.
Let's throw a flashbang grenade. Stop these. Oh wait, you're panicked. You're almost dead. Screw it, I'll just flashbang both
Lights
those two.
out.
Cold Nova is cold again, but thankfully all's good. That is good to hear, man. Can I get a free shot off on the Necromancer? No, let's kill the Trooper. Nice. Necromancer is still a threat. But can he resurrect unconscious bodies? I don't think he can do that. He can make a free one. He can make 2 free ones. Oh. Well, that ain't good. You
Please,
missed. Nice.
keep wasting your effort.
Alright, well, let's get ourselves out of here. Mm-hmm. Let's go ceasefire on both of those guys. Just gotta completely ruin their day. Chaining Jolt on who? You and your zombies. That would be really good.
Frying the hostile.
Because then there's a chance it disorients
Zapping
or
the
stuns you
target.
guys, right?
Alright, I guess that helps.
Eventually? Maybe? Immune to mental effects, but we got disoriented on the Necromancer. So does that kill them? No. Does that kill them? Please tell me. Oh, they're not like normal zombies. That's stupid. It should disorient and remove them. Summons should be the same. But fine. Have it your way, buddy. Alright, we're gonna have to dash out of here with Terminal. She can't do much.
Into the action.
Pick up your pace.
Axiom, you're all on your own, buddy. Don't go unconscious.
I'm fine. Didn't hit
One
bone.
extra rage, that's not bad. He can get out. Axiom, you're freaking amazing, dude.
Coming through.
Holy crap. He just runs out like it's nobody's business. Insane. That's a smash and grab if I've ever seen one. Almost flawless. 6 exact enemies gets us our 20 intel. We love to see it. Could he customize people color accessories? No. It is unfortunately an anti-XCOM XCOM. It is a story-based XCOM. I know. Shudders. Hostage rescued. We got $65 redues. That's nice. We didn't let the hostage die this time. We get rewarded for being good police. That's a weird concept.
What's wrong with you?
I'm reflecting. This place reminds me of our invasion ships.
Ah, this'll be good. How?
We're a tight crew in a massive structure. Around every corner, there's a vital function.
We're rotting in the middle of nowhere.
Don't fault our strategic location.
I fault the rust that flakes into my food.
The rust off the walls into the cornflakes. That's what you need to worry about. I mean, we can change the color of the armor. I guess that's the only thing we can really uniquely do. That's it. There's the bio from each character and the tint of the armor. But that's it. XCOM has a story? I know, it's crazy. Hard to believe, though. Hey, terminal levels up. We can do stasis and sustain for 1 turn. That's not bad. Non-damage source of fire at target to turn down the timeline. As the healer, I'd rather sustain. Yeah, you don't want your healer dying. Pushing enemies down timelines is nice. That's really good for tempo. But, like, just don't freaking die. Verge heals for 1 enemy in the neural network at the end of the turn. Oh, yeah, that's insanely good. Adding them to the neural network. Damage from the slam when an enemy's conscious instead of killing them. Slam is okay, but I don't love it. Network healing is ridiculously good. So Verge can be literally unkillable. If you put him in a nice, high defensive place, you have like 5, 6 people stuck in the neural network that are all unconscious. It's disgusting, man. Oh, max level for Mrs. Patchwork. Capacitor discharge. Stunning all nearby. It's potentially stunning. That's the AoE, isn't it? It's the big AoE that you find in XCOM 2. Yep. Mm-hmm. 1 use permission. That's nice. Quake. Axiom leaps up and slams the ground, destroying nearby cover and damaging nearby units. 1 use permission. Damaging cover is what I love the most about that. Super jump. Very cool. Okay. Let's take both. Okay, screw it. Verge, you're fine. Let's take Axiom off and Patchwork off. Axiom has done everything except for counterattack. Counterattack melee attacks. Ignore the damage of the attacker and hit the attacker. Yes, please. Please train that one up, buddy. And then we'll put Patchwork on Spec Ops to get us another... Scavenger Market free. Because we already have one, and Scavenger Market just came up, and we have a Superior Autoloader. Ooh, I mean, the advanced stock is tempting, but it's not superior. Let's go Superior Autoloader for free. Nice. Axiom has the best eyes, yeah. Snake Girl sounds cute. She is pretty cool. Everyone does love the snake people. Sometimes a little bit too much. Just a little bit. Alright, let's put Torque back up and Claymore back up on the mission. Keep leveling up when they're needed. And yeah, everything's looking pretty good. The money is ridiculous at the moment. But there's nothing I can really buy. No, because I'm waiting on the assembly of 3 more days. Sunday is a good day, though. They're offering us a missing informant or smash and grab. I know I need to do the smash and grab. I know. But I don't need this Illyrium. I do need this warehouse fire. But I really need this one. Are there any cameos like Central? There's references to the Old War. And like the invasion and stuff like that. There's references to Advent Burger. There's a lot of different references, but not ones to like Shen and Central as far as I remember. I think there's a reference to XCOM. As in like the old mercenary style of stuff. There's the reference to Shrike, which might be a descendant of Mach X. I don't know if Shrike is Mach X, but it might be. There's no reference to the Chosen. Because, Let me see. Oh, I can't write W's. War of the Chosen. See, War of the Chosen came out on 2017. And Chimera Squad came out 2020. So, I mean, okay. They could have had references to The Chosen. It's not like it came out after. Huh. I don't think there is a reference to it. Yeah. There is a Jane Kelly, though. Fair enough. How many years after XCOM 2? 5 years. Maybe Chosen or classified. They'd probably be classified, yeah. Not public knowledge? No, no. This is more public stuff. Like, the idea of XCOM was somewhat public. And that was a strain at best. Because they were always called as dissidents and rebels and stuff. So a legit XCOM thing was like, well, kind of sus. When people would say, oh, there's this secret organization. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They're just a bunch of guerrillas. Yeah. XCOM was public enough. It was public to the degree of resistance. Like, hey, there's aliens. We need to resist against them. They weren't like, hey, our name's XCOM. We do this. We've got this people. Our main guy's central. We have this thing we fly around in. They weren't really like that. They were more like the people in World War I and World War II or whatever. The underground people who would just be typing on the Morse code and, like, sending out secret messages. Stuff like that. That's more of the XCOM that was built into the game to, like, not be found. Because how on earth, on a giant ship, are you flying around the globe doing all your missions and not being discovered? Because you're doing your very, very best of hiding. And you're trying to be super silent. You're flying under the radar, trying to fly at night or whatever. Though they didn't really put the emphasis into it, but the idea is you're just this underground. Nobody needs to know. You're just trying to hit these special spots as best as you can with these small strike teams. So, yeah. I wouldn't say XCOM is the most well-known thing out there, but the Resistance was a thing. Yeah. Is this where unification, the public knew, yeah, public knew a different thing. Exactly. Exactly. What the public knew and what higher-ups knew is completely different. Yeah. Same thing with the Advent Burger stuff as well. Like, the public didn't really know that kind of stuff. Until, I guess, the end bit where they tried to show that off. All the VAT stuff. Which was funny in itself. But horrifying to its citizens, surprisingly enough. Alright, let's go and relocate gear. Because we have new people on the APC. Verge should be set up with the extra padding quite nicely. Cherub's busy. Terminals on the APC. Don't need the key card. We can give the key card to Mr. Claymore. Give him an acid grenade, that's going to be very nice. And a tracer round sounds good to me. Impact frame and superior autoloader. Immune to environmental status, that's kind of nice. We go mech weave. Ceasefire, Nanomed, or Trank Rounds. Trank Rounds is good because she's really accurate. Is Superior Autoloader on Claymore the best choice? It's pretty good. It's probably better on Verge. No, Verge doesn't shoot too often at the early stages. Yeah, it's still a good choice. It still is. You're not filling green with people would upset folks? I know, right? People are just such pansies these days. Can't accept the good stuff. The XCOM game, XCOM but more mentioned? Not to the populace, though. 5 more years means XCOM and the big Psy Evil have to happen afterwards. XCOM 3. No, no, XCOM 3 would be after this. If they ever made an XCOM 3, which they freaking should, they should put it after this timeline. I think putting XCOM 3 in between Chimera and 2 would be a bad idea. Because they're already making this canon, as far as I know. Well, I guess. Yeah, is that what you're trying to say, HR? Yeah, all good. I thought you were saying in between. Oh, they'd be good on Godmother with close combat? Oh, definitely, but Godmother is off the combat at the moment. Yeah. XCOM 3 after 5 years of this. Yeah. I'd say 5 years after Chimera would be really good for XCOM 3. Because what it would do is it would allow XCOM Chimera to try and stabilize the cities and stabilize the world with this new feeling of intermixed alien species. Because the way I fully agree, chat, we did talk about this, but I fully agree that the next stage for XCOM is to take the fight to the aliens. Not any more Earth stuff. I mean, having Earth as a home base would be okay. But, like, instead of having missions to save planet Earth, or missions to save the city, the next stage should be missions of sending troops from, not Australia, sending troops from the world of Earth and going fighting alien places. Using either portals or flight technology, something they figured it out. Aliens on Earth have gone peaceful, unified, and gone, screw the aliens, or the bigger threat that was left as a cliffhanger at the end of number 2. Something like that. Australian Pec Ops, of course, that too. New enemies the Elders ran from. Exactly, Lord Rin, exactly. So there was a cliffhanger at the end of 2, like, holy crap, the Elders were trying to save us from a bigger threat. We had to unite. But they did it, see, the thing is, Elders did it through mind control. If XCOM 3 was us unifying aliens and humanoids together, but not through mind control, but through common goal and respect and, you know, survival against a bigger threat. I mean, I guess they could be protecting the planet from the bigger threat, so it would be just another XCOM defense of the world, but with fancier equipment. I guess it could either be that or go take the fight to the aliens. I don't know. Both could technically work. Then you should play Terra Invicta, so it's basically the whole premise. Is Terra Invicta basically the whole premise of just taking the fight to the aliens? It's a 4K game, so I'm garbage at those types of games. But I know that the XCOM 2 modders, I think of Long War? Or is it XCOM 1 modders of Long War, worked on Terra Invicta. Yeah. Chimera Squad, the aliens on our side? Yeah, exactly. The aliens should be on our side for XCOM 3. It's safer to go to the outer space to fight the aliens versus Australia. There's so many deadly things in Australia. It's so true. Water Sigh? Oh, and going under the water as well? Yeah, there was always interesting, weird stuff about that in XCOM. But no, Terra Invicta is pretty cool, but I don't know the premise. You're saying that you have to go and fight other planets. Oh my goodness, you go to Saturn. So, are you defending the solar system in Terra Invicta, or are you fighting other solar systems? Tethys is satellite on Saturn. There's Australia. Main factor is that Tushal is literally the resistance. Fair enough. Asian fractured humanity, 7 ideological factions with unique visions for the future. Lead your chosen faction to control diverse nations. Across system in battle, enemy fleets in tactical combat. What's the tactical combat? Because it just looks like a 4X game. I could be very, very incorrect on this. Is it turn-based? It just looks too fancy to be a turn-based game. It has insane spaceship battles. Really? Hard sci-fi means strategy. That's quite customizable for all the ships. Built for mods. Okay, good, but I don't know what the fights look like. It is turn-based? Really? Even the space battles? And is it only space battles? Or are there, like, ground battles and stuff? Very hard to explain? Yeah, that's all good. I'll have to have a look at it. Because I always sort of bypass Terra Invicta as a game of, like, 4K, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll just keep watching it and letting other people play that type of game. But if it's a purely turn-based game, I could probably handle it. Probably. XCOM 3 has some missions to tap this underwater whatever psi enemy and bring it to light. Yeah, emus versus the aliens. Emus would be great. Yeah. Hunting is tedious and how many different mechanics they have. It's very tedious. You know what? It does look pretty big. Oh, that's Pavonis. That's, Endless Space 2. That's not Terra Invicta. Fair enough. I mean, it looks like they just grand-scaled an XCOM-style galactic. Like, when you look at an image like this, and you have all these moons, asteroid fields, all the planets, and then you work on inside of the planets, it looks like there's a lot to manage. XCOM does already have a lot of things to manage normally. Xenonauts tries to minimalize the management. It looks like Terra Invicta's gone further above for the management and to more things. Like, look at all those countries. Tons of stuff. So I bet you a run would take for freaking ever, especially if you had mods. But I'll have to look into it. I gotta see some more gameplay. Because from what I've seen on small streams, like I've jumped into some streams here and there, it looks like a lot of people managing things, and then it looks like a 4K game because you have all these resources and stuff you have to worry about. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. That's what's destroying the Earth and helping aliens navigate the planet Earth. You can be evil? No way. If it's the Long War modders, it's going to be effing long? Yeah, it is. It is the Long War makers, so I believe that it's going to be a long game. Yeah. But you can be evil in the game? That's interesting. Can you win the game as evil, or can you just be evil for evil's sake? That's the real thing. Yeah, see, Long War is very tedious. In both Long War 1 and Long War 2. Your ADHD can't handle it? See, the one thing that gets me, I enjoy Long War and Long War 2 intermittently, but there are certain parts of Long War that just get me. And you know what it is? You know what it is? It's not the ADHD. It's the tedious grind. Because what happens in Long War or Long War 2 is you'll get into this sort of rhythm. You'll have, okay, I need to do this fight. I need to grow these characters. I need to do this. You're like, okay. But you'll get to this mid-game section. It's always the earlier mid-game section in Long War that gets everybody. It's where you're trying to make progress, but literally every 2 hours, you're going to get hit with a mission that you have to do. You got to send some people off. You get hit with a mission 2 hours later, or a mission as soon as you finish a mission. And then you just killed some aliens, you just got home, and then another mission pops, and you're like, dude, give me 2 seconds to breathe and at least 1 day of research done before you bombard me with 15 different freaking attacks in the week that I have available to me. Just let me have a break and have some progress. But it's just fight after fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. And that's that midsection of XCOM Long War or Long War 2 that you're just like frustrated at the tedious grind of just stop fighting me and let me have some progress for my bros. And that's the only part that gets me. Everything else is fine about it. It's just that one little part of it. It's horrible. All 70 idealists have different objectives to win. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool indeed. So you can be evil, you can be good, you can try and do this and that. Yeah. Ladders is like Nazis and purchase. Oh dear. Oh dear. And the AI will protect the knowledge. Cool. Beating XCOM 2 and Legends was bad enough for me, and that grind was almost too much? Yeah, that's fair. But no, that's the way I look at the Long War mods. Like, they're good, they've got a very fun concept to them. I like the scale of it, I like the brutality, the guerrilla warfare of it. But holy crap, just give me a break every now and again. Please. Please. That's the way I look at it. Terrific is the tedious part. I hope they trim down some of it and introduce some tools to automate stuff. The savages get him? Exactly. The savages get it completely. But no, with Terra Invicta, they're still in early access, are they? I'd believe that. It's $60, and it's still early access. That's fair. It's been out since 2022, which was 3 years ago, so Yeah, it's one of those types of games that'll just be out for a while. But at least they're working on it. Still for improvement? That's good to hear. But no, it looks good. But I'll have to see some of the fights to get a full understanding of it. Maybe a bit. Maybe like one of those reviews or those like early game bits where they're like, hey, welcome to the game. This is what it looks like. Those are always nice. Am I supposed to be in this group chat? That's a good one, Mishka. I like that meme. You have my sword, you have my bow, and my axe. Am I supposed to be in this group chat? When you're on too many Discord group chats and you're like, wait a minute, which group chat is this one again? Am I meant to be replying to this thing? Be longer when hard's difficult at uni and it burnt me out of touching an XCOM game for more than a few hours at a time. Yep. I believe it, man. I fully believe it. Feel the same way. We have to finish up in a minute. And I need to go to get some sleep, but I don't want to do this big mission just yet. I'll save it for next week. But we can keep getting distracted about Long War and stuff. Is there $60 enter the access? $60 US? What? No way. No freaking way. Are you getting shafted? It's 60 Australian. $60 US is like 90 Australian. Are they shafting you over their HR, really? No, that would be like $40 US, maybe? It's still pretty high. Yeah, like $60 is still pretty high. It's not as big as, say, like, The New Civilization or, like, freaking Monster Hunter. But for an early access game, it's still pretty decently sized. Pretty expensive. $40 still much? It's still pretty big, yeah. You don't have to play full USD price? Fair enough. I mean, they might have a sale. Has Terra Victa been on sale? Price history. Oh, it's gone on sale. 35% off. That's the lowest it goes. And it happened March 20th, so like last week. I didn't see it. Because we weren't talking about it. February 3rd, March 3rd. So like every month now, they're roughly giving you a 35% discount every month. So that's actually not bad. $38.96 is a good price. I'd rather pay that. But I still have to look at some gameplay. Look at MYR. It's Malaysian ringgit, which is 40% off is the best price they got for you, which is converted down to 23 Australian. That's not bad. My lowest is $38 and your lowest is 23? Stefan, how many good games do you get for so cheap, man? How many? It's very high money for Egypt. Which one's Egypt? What's the currency that you guys use? Holy crap, Britain is expensive. It's $20 US for Egypt? That's pretty cheap. Currency is EGP. EGP. I am completely blind. I don't see it on the list, but I'm assuming you have it on your side. Control left Egypt. I'm telling you, I'm not blind. It's not there. They're not saying Egypt. And you were saying it was EGP. It's not there. I know I'm not blind. I can't see it. So it's probably not on the list. The flag. I'm looking for flags. I don't know the Egypt's flag very well. I'm assuming Egypt comes under a certain group of cities or countries. Yeah, it's not listed. Which means it's not a big enough sale area for them. For at least Steam DB to keep track of. Which is unfortunate, but they can't keep track of every single country perfectly. Looks like an oval German flag with a golden eagle in the middle. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Red, white, and black with the eagle in the middle. But that's not on here. No, it's not on here. Yeah. Alright, the cheapest you can ever get it is Ukrainian for $15. 60% off. And the Philippines is also pretty cheap with $17, $18. So all you need to do is you need to... I'm not doing financial advice. But it would be funny. I don't know if VPNs allowed you to do these things, but that's ridiculous if VPNs could let you get bypassed Steam. I'm sure they've got measures in place. Can't play the game outside your region? Ah, I see. That's probably why. If you buy from a certain area and then you start playing it without a VPN or whatever, I don't know what it is. Egypt's the flipped old German flag? Old German... I can't type with this old keyboard anymore. I'm so used to my other keyboard. German Empire is upside down. Yeah, and it does have the... Yeah, you're right! It used to have the eagle on the German flag. But then it also did have the plus. It also had that one, but that's different. Yeah, it was the upside down. With the red on the bottom. The Egypt flag looks slightly less menacing. I don't know why. Just slightly less. It's a funny concept. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about like how prices are so different across the world. And New Zealand's more expensive than us. Sheesh. No, they're cheaper. Wait, no, it's cheaper. Dang it, by 9%. Norwegian's more expensive by 0.6%. And then the euros and... Damn, the British and the euros and the Swiss. They're getting extorted greatly. That's their best sale. That's crazy. Well, not their best sale. That's their current price. Versus their lowest recorded price. Their lowest recorded price is 20% more. Yeah, the euros are expensive, man. You're glad they give us regional discounts? It is nice. It is nice to have that. Trying boosting sales in the countries where they know people can't afford as much and still want to play games. It's nice to do that. And they know they can extort countries that have a bit more money in them. I don't know exactly if there's like a sales tactic or something, but whatever. Whatever works. As long as I'm not paying a crazy amount of money for a game that I don't want to play, I'm happy with it. Yeah. You could circle... I thought so, HR, but I don't know how that works. And I don't want to give financial advice, and I really don't want to tell people how to break rules. And I don't want to try and do them myself. But it begs the question and the intrigue is what I'm trying to get at. Is like, if you can go through a Ukrainian way of getting a game, and it's $15, or if I want to go through the British way and get it at $47, it brings up questions, you know? It's like, wait a minute. Someone's getting overcharged, someone's getting undercharged. It's interesting. MYR has gone weak since the past 10 years. From when you stole is 3.5, now 4.4. Yikes. Yeah. The Australian dollar has been a little bit weakened, but not a lot. But I can see it that different countries just have the fluctuations, and it's sad that it's lower. Yeah, the discounts, of course. Of course, everyone wants discounts. Nobody wants to be paying too much for things. And they want to get what's valuable for the amount they put in. But the Australian dollar hasn't gone down too much. I think everybody got hit by COVID pretty badly. But Australian dollar is staying pretty similar to the Canadian dollar. Which, as you can see here, the Canadian dollar got it for a little bit cheaper than us. Surprisingly, by 7.5%. But the New Zealand dollar is still pretty close to the Australian. We're a little bit stronger than them. But the Canadian's stronger than us, so why is Canadian get a discount? That's interesting. You'd think the stronger dollar would have the more payout. Not the weaker dollar. Maybe they like us Australians a little bit more and they're like, the money sounds good. Laughs in UK. I know, right? The UKs are screwed. Holy crap. Their normal price is $71 versus our normal price of $60. Sheesh. And their discount is more than... No, the discount's not more than we would pay normally, but it's still pretty bad. Yeah. Color shade of the flags of Egypt is the same as Syria, Iraq, Yemen, and kind of Sudan as well. Color scheme. Oh, yeah, if you look at, like, I think it's Middle Eastern or African flags. They have a very similar color fleet. Yeah, they do. It's crazy to see how similar they are. There's a lot of green, red, white, and black. Sure, Israel's gone for blue, and Qatar's gone for a rugged burgundy style, and Lebanon has a tree. But the idea still stands that there's a lot of similar colors there. And if you look at the map, it's like, okay, what's the difference? It looks all too similar. But it's fine. And then I swear Africa has somewhat similar. I know the Middle East is pretty similar. Africa flags. They have a lot more red, yellow, and green. Yeah, that's more red, yellow, and green. But there is a few in there, a bit of black. A couple of bits of light blue, surprisingly. But just green is a big common one. Green is an Islamic color? Is it like a sacred color? Because I know the Chinese like the red. Is Islam good for green? Because I don't know that. But I would assume so, from what you're saying. You gonna give Mandalords a try again? Do I have the full game of Mandalords? Or do I just have the... I think I do. We could maybe give it a try. How have they been doing recently? Yeah, I think I have the full game. I haven't heard much of the changes. I'm not great with Mandalords. We had fun with it. I didn't play it super well, but we had fun. We could have a think about it. Green's an important color in Islam? Okay, thank you, man. I was not aware. If green is Islamic and vegetables are green, are vegetables Islamic? Or are Islam's vegetables? Or are they great at growing vegetables because they've got green thumbs? Many, many questions to ask. Think they added bridges and rivers for Mandalords? Oh, that's pretty cool. Green is said to be worn by people in heaven. Oh, I see. Kind of like angels, like having halos or wings and stuff. It's a symbolic thing. Right, that's one explanation. Yeah, green thumbs. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I'm totally on board with that. But no, that is pretty cool. You learn something new every day. But yeah, Africa's flags are a little bit split up, and there's one that looks like Ireland a little bit. But stripes plus green and a little bit of black in there somewhere. Yeah. A little bit more varied, but yeah, the Middle East ones look quite similar. You can hardly tell the differences. A couple of C's, a little bit of Islamic text, and then, yeah. But that's cool. And Law's got some updates? Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I don't know what they've done. Because remember, this is the thing that happened with Mandalords. Super big hype. Bit of a crash because people enjoyed it. It's a fun early access thing, but the guy's been working on it for many years, and it's like a solo effort, which he's tried to get more people into it, as far as I've heard. But it's not a super fastly developed game, so it's not going to have the giant retention because of how slow the updates will be. Game is fun until granary stops functioning, like there's still little bugs and stuff that people are worried about. Slowest, most confusing village sim that I've ever played. So, like, there's still stuff that is just getting... It's fun, yet intuitive experience getting better, bit by bit. Yeah, bit by bit. That's the thing. Slow progress. I still feel it's going to be nice. A cozy city village builder. Yep. And the developer loves the project. Of course. So, we'll have to come back to it eventually. Yeah. What if something in a green suit could be taken as a threat? No, it wouldn't be a threat. It would be a gigantic compliment that they'd least expect. That's what it would be. Yeah, Paradise Green considered sacred color is with the cuter or landscapes of greenery. Indicative of the heavens, fact that musically believes that there's people in paradise dressed in all green. Fair enough. I wonder if that's got to do with the landscape. A lot of deserts in that area of the world. Not sure if green is seen as... I mean, everybody feels as though plants and animals are life, and green is a source of color for life. I guess that's part of it. It makes sense. Potentially. Yeah, life in contrast to desert. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody can easily attest to the fact that green is a source of life. And blue is a source of water. So, those are really good colors. Yeah, so farmers' huge cabbages grow in the desert sand? Really? Desert cabbages? Growing cabbages in a hot desert climate. Those are pretty big. In a desert environment. You wouldn't think it. That doesn't look like it's desert. That looks like desert. That's pretty interesting. Look at that. I mean, you've lived there long enough, you know what to do with it. You definitely figured out how to work things. Look at that environment. Sun-scorched, super dry grass, but cabbages. Like 2 giant bushes and that's it. The Germans in chat would love it. 3 kilogram cabbages? That's crazy. It's amazing what people can do and what animals and plants can get into in even the harshest of conditions. Now, the real question is, like, how much water do they have to use? Is it efficient? People worry about nitrogen applications. But, I mean, if it works, it works. You ever saw it? It's cool, man. It's cool as hell. Yeah. Australia has a different sort of desert, but, we don't try and grow too much there. We've got like bush tucker and stuff. So there is technically edible stuff in Australian deserts. So, climate change is turning the desert green. Okay, that's nice. But here we go. This stuff. So like we have, that's such a clickbaity, stupid video. Ignore the right side of that, but the left side is what the desert looks like. Where you've got all these giant grasses that are in bushes and stuff. Like, Australia is getting some nice areas. Like, that's desert. That's like red dirt desert. And you'd think a desert's just full sand, but like, not all of Australia's deserts are full sand. A lot of it can be just patchy grass stuff. Yeah. Of course, you can't grow food on Mars. I mean, well, one day, maybe. You never know. Rains a lot in Saudi Arabia, the land becomes green. That's crazy cool. It's like when they have the heavy rains in Africa as well. Like, they just get this giant outburst. That's really cool. before, after. Oh my god, what is wrong with these people's freaking clickbaity? Australia plans to green its outback deserts and become the world's largest produce exporter. There's no way. Anyways. And yeah, there's that too. Okay, so this is cool. Australia's got a couple of really cool lakes. Now, I can't get distracted too long. I gotta go to bed, chat. But Lake Erie, completely dried out stuff turns into green. We also have like some salt lakes and stuff. Like this one, Lake Erie from space. I think that is the main one. But it's a lake that just dries up and turns into a salt bed. And when it heavily rains, it brings all the good green back. But it can be like that for years or whatever. It's crazy. Southeastern Australia turns green. Yeah, it just depends on the weather sometimes. We have a saline water issue. Australia has a little bit of a saline water issue because most of our water on the edges of the everything is because we're surrounded by salt water. The fresh water can be a little tricky at times, but we haven't had too many droughts. Not too many. It used to be worse. You think seawater filtration? Yeah, we do some of that. It's not as efficient as you'd like it to be. But we do some desalination plants. I think they're very heavy on energy, though. And people always complain about putting the salt back into the water and increasing the salinity of the oceans and stuff. There's always things to complain about and to question. But there are some desalination plants, yeah. Government lobby messing the plan up? I can't remember the politics of it. But I do know there was some environmental concerns about it. Something. Yeah, that's normally just a desert. And then the lake fills up. Look at that. Normally just completely dry. And then that fills up. Crazy. Egypt's trying it now. A new delta's being built. Oh, to try and do desalination? Oh, I don't know if they've made many strides in it. But it's always been a very energy-consuming process to try and get water out. I think desalination is meant to be like a last resort thing. And things like seeding clouds is a bit tricky. But I can't give the best informed opinion on it. Yeah, run unfiltered seawater. I mean, the logic of it sounds good, but I can't remember the economics. Because it's got to be sustainable both with the environment and the economics, or else it's just going to cause more problems than it's worth. But I can't remember. I used to know a bit more about it, but it's been a while since I've had to look into it. Aww. Cute frogs. Australia has so many cute frogs. We love them to bits. Yeah, maybe solar? They've tried wave energy, they've tried solar energy. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, frogs are the best. We have, green tree and, like, the white-lipped green tree frogs. They're just so lazy and adorable. And they're fairly common. They usually love the rain. Yeah, it's such a cutie. We had one a little while ago. I haven't seen one in a handful of months. Frog energy? You know what? We need sound energy. Like, converting sound to just extra energy because of the amount of birds and frogs and everything Australia has cricketing. Yeah, that would be a pretty easy one to do. All the kookaburras laughing. Or emu energy. Use their cuteness, that works too. No, emu energy. If we can convert all the emus and camels stuck in Australia's deserts just running around like crazy, eating all the crops. And with all their running energy, we could get a ton of free Australian energy. So many of them out there. Oh, it's crazy. People eating beans? Oh, that too. The beans. Oh, dear. Okay. We've done good chat, but I do think I have to go to bed. Unfortunately. We didn't get to boss number 2, but we are super freaking close. How did we do last time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're close, but we're not close enough. We only just got the dark events, which means we're almost there. When we got the dark events last time, we were like one main mission away from the end of the boss fight. So this might be the second last mission before the boss fight. So we're keen. We're keen. But, unfortunately, sorry about the crash, chat. Hopefully it didn't ruin too many of the streaks. That was just OBS giving the ghost. I'm not sure why. It just disconnected completely. It came up with an error and said, sorry, have a bad day. But, I'm glad you guys were able to hang out for at least a little bit last bit of the stream. But we'll take you guys and give you to a lovely, lovely streamer. We'll find someone to get you some extra snowballs for. Ah, there we go. Speaking of lovely streamers, we'll grab you over to Quist. He's doing Stone Shard again. Surprise, surprise. No surprises there. But I'm glad you had fun today, chat, and we're keen on a boss fight next week, because I'm like 99% sure we'll get the boss fight next week. Don't forget about tomorrow. XCOM 1, get super hyped. Get your names on the list when you get in. And we've got a big, wonderful season ahead of us. It's going to be wonderful. But get some rest, drink water, and look after yourselves. And I'll see you tomorrow for all that fun stuff. Have a good one, chat. See yous.